What is up, SVS and Gramophone communities? We are in Columbia, Maryland, just outside of Baltimore, in one of the most beautiful showrooms you will find in all of the land. This is Gramophone, and we got quite an event in store for tonight. Larry, take it away.
How's it going, everybody? So we got Nick behind the camera, and we're gonna try to get started a little early tonight, so we have a little more time to hang out with you all. So we're gonna walk inside. We're gonna say hello to Joe, who is one of our friends here from Gramophone. Let him talk about the store and the event. So
Hold the mic.
So yeah, so let's say hi to Joe.
Joe,
And say hi to our community and your community.
Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land and Facebook land and all the other social media land.
So Joe has been instrumental in helping roll out the red carpet for this event here. And we still got people coming in, so I'm just going to move to the left here. Joe, tell us a little bit about Gramophone, how long it's been around, some of the services you offer, anything you'd like to plug.
Sure, fantastic. So the first thing is, let me put in a plug for SVS, because you guys do a fantastic job in assisting us in putting on an event like this. It takes a lot of work to get everything organized and done, and you guys knock it out of the park. This is our second year doing this event with you, and we look forward to doing this event with SVS because you guys are so organized about it. So now maybe a little bit about Gramophone. Company's been in business since the 70s and really have been passionate about audio since the very beginning. And I think the other thing that we like so much about you guys, outside of your great customer service, is that you guys are passionate about audio as we are. So I know the group of you out in YouTube land love your music and love your movies, and it's that shared passion that keeps us doing what we're doing.
Now, this isn't the only Gramophone store, is that correct?
That is correct. We have a store in Gaithersburg, Maryland, that's just outside of Washington, D.C. Right now we're in Columbia, so maybe a 20-minute, half-hour or so drive north of Gaithersburg. Go another half hour or so north up to Timonium, just north of the Beltway in Baltimore, and that's our third store. Plus, of course, we have our online store, which is skybygramophone.com.
So there's all sorts of opportunities if you're in the greater Maryland area to hear some of the best sound rooms in the entire country. They're absolutely gorgeous. Joe, do you mind if we take a tour and see some of the great work you guys have done?
Absolutely. Do you want me to walk you guys around, or do you want to?
I think we know the store pretty well.
You
We'll
do.
give Larry the mic back.
Larry,
let me not leave you hanging there.
Larry,
so
thank you so
sir.
much. Nick, thank you so much. Good luck with the rest of your tour.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks to all you folks in YouTube land.
All right, we got a packed house here.
Yeah, so we got a lot of people here. We're going to try to get started early. So when you walk in, as Joe mentioned, they have 3 stores. If you want to see just cool showrooms, all of them are that way. But Columbia and Timonium are absolutely beautiful. And Timonium is one of the coolest stores I've ever been to. And if any of you have kind of grown up going to hi-fi shops, you may run into you don't feel welcome in a lot of hi-fi shops. You know, if you're not going in there to buy $200,000 worth of stuff, that is the exact opposite approach that Gramophone takes. And they have become, in 2 years, one of my favorite dealers to work with. But you'll see when you come in, they've got a little bit of everything. They do indoor, they do outdoor. Where we were standing out there was I don't want to trip over you there, so was their outdoor space. They do all this decorative stuff to kind of hide speakers on the walls. They would normally have, acoustic treatment, all that stuff. They do everything in your home design and stuff as well. And oh, look at that. We found all the Gramophone dudes hanging out back here. But they have a bunch of listening rooms, and they're all beautifully appointed. And we'll poke in here for just a second. This is the KEF room. We're going to say hi to our friends at KEF, because I know a lot of those guys. Come on out, or we'll come in one way or the other. And you can see in this space, they have the KEF blades, the Q series, and all of that. So the guys in here chilling out. Just let you go. We're going to kick off out front in about 5 minutes, just so you guys know. But in here, you can come in here and see all the cool specialty. This is a room that they built just last year, about the time we were here in July last year. So they did a beautiful job with this room. You can come in here and see everything that they do for custom installation, custom control, lighting, and everything too. And I'd normally take you guys back in there, but right now we're using that for storage tonight. That's their kind of mid-fi room with speaker switching and stuff. And then this is conventionally their high-end movie theater with a couple different projector screens you can come in and look at, listen to a full Atmos theater. But tonight we're taking this room over with the Ultra Evolution bookshelves and the new SB-1000 Revolution. I just want to let you guys know, for whatever they were telling everybody, we were going to start in zone. Some of you, we're going to start in zone 3. We're going to be starting out there in the front in about 5 minutes. So if you want to join us out there, that's where we're going to kick off the event tonight.
That's a gratuitous rock shot.
We'll be right out there. And Nick is showing you all the equipment and stuff that's in this room. So normally that would all be fired up.
And you can see they really have this appointed as like a high-end theater. You got the starry sky over.
Yeah, the LED lights up there.
Effect. You can see they got a projector mounted into the ceiling. So, you know, really sort of painting a picture of what's possible in terms of home cinema in your living room or you know, in your setup.
That's why we're starting right now. So, but yeah, we're doing a little tour of the store for Facebook and YouTube.
So in here, we probably won't
jump
get
out
to talk about this after our presentation, but we're doing 2 of our Ultra Evolution bookshelf speakers powered by the Prime Wireless Pro sound-based 300-watt streaming integrated amp. And then, of course, we had to bring out the SB-1000 subwoofer to show the latest sealed cabinet subwoofer from SVS. And I'm sorry, I can't read anyone's comments. They're really tiny on this screen. So while I wish I could tell you and respond to them, I unfortunately can't. But I will say, for housekeeping purposes, we do have 2 giveaways that we will announce at the very end of the broadcast. I believe it's a pair of Prime Bookshelf speakers and an SB-1000 Pro Subwoofer. All you got to do to be eligible for those giveaways is to leave a comment. Not a million comments will not get you a million.
We're going to try to get everybody out there real quick. So, so in here, this is their premium 2-channel. If you all want to join, we're going to kick off out front in the main zone, zone 1, in like 3 or 4 minutes. So we're just doing our live broadcast now. So hi, Facebook and YouTube. If you're not supposed to be here like a Coldplay concert, that's right. Don't be that person that ducks away. So
you're here with somebody else's significant other. You might want to hide your face.
So, in here, this is their premium 2-channel room, and they've got some amazing gear here from Macintosh and Crown and Ever Solo, and these amazing amps and Kef and Bowers and Sonus Faber. So you can come in here and hear. Yeah, the Michi stuff is really cool too. And it's not what we're using tonight.
They can switch between. We're using Macintosh. You can switch between the various components and speakers and kind of hear how different electronics will sound with your new Ultra Evolution Pinnacle.
They just move stuff in and out, so you can listen to whatever you'd like to hear. It's a really cool experience. You want to hear high res audio, you can do that. You want to play some vinyl, you can do that.
And we should not miss the vinyl section, because that is one of the cool things that not all of these hi-fi stores where we do events actually have the ability to buy content here. And they have quite a
they got a really cool record collection up there.
Section here. So maybe we'll have to go flip through some of that, do some digging in the crates. So one more gratuitous rack shot.
And they have stuff in stock too. And Nick's doing more rack videos.
I love rack shots. I know.
Nick, you love your racks, man.
I really do. I can't get enough of it. And see, they got the bass traps. So they spend a lot of time detailing with that.
Kind of swing right here. As I was saying, you can see they have inventory everywhere. So it's one of the other few retailers you can go in and get a lot of stuff. And we won't go in here. They've got it closed off tonight, but that's their design center. And actually, we'll pop in here real quick. It's dark. And I think we do that. Yeah. So you can come here. This is where they'll do consultations with customers to help design a room, design furniture, design a speaker system. If you're building a brand new home, you can come in here and sit down with these guys, and they'll spend hours with you figuring out what works best for your home, whether it's an in-ceiling option to go around your entire home and kitchen area, or if you want to design a big over-the-top theater and need custom lighting and shades and all of that stuff, they can help with that too. So
they do a lot of custom work, and it's not just audio and video. They do a fair amount of, like he was saying, shade control, lighting control. So it really is a full service technology installer and provider.
And then they've got all kinds of TV, soundbar solutions, powered audio, numerous brands, awesome furniture choices too. So I think we'll make our way up here and kind of show you a few more things. Their whole multi-room powered bookshelf system is over here. They put our Prime bookshelves over here, and then
this is
all the vinyl.
Talking about as far as the vinyl goes, you can see they got all sorts of racks here of different genres of music, classic music, new releases as well. So great place to shop for the content and then get the playback system too.
Then we'll get up here. We'll tell you about the main system. So in the main system,
can we look at the food first? Because they put out a hell of a spread. So I just got to give some props to the Gramophone teams. See, they wear many hats here. At night, he's a bartender. During the day, he's
we can tell Gary's not a vampire. He's got a reflection.
There you go. There's Gary, too. You too. So food's been out for a while, but they put out a wonderful spread here at Gramophone, some local catering, and people are hungry, so I'm going to probably lose a hand.
All right. So Then over here for the main system, we're doing a 5.2.2 Dolby Atmos theater. We're using a Marantz Cinema 40, man, extreme close-up. Marantz Cinema 40 as the front-end receiver unit. Ultra Evolution speakers, we're using the Titans for the front, left, and right. Ultra Evolution center up front. Ultra Evolution Nano as the surrounds, and then a pair of Evolution elevation speakers for the surround for the height effects, and two PB 5000 Revolution subwoofers to bring.
Hey, we're back.
So you're not supposed to be here.
There we go.
Play for no cold play, we can do that. Just be aware of that. So yeah. So all right. So
Quite a crowd.
Whenever you're ready.
I'll hand that.
Yeah, let's get Gary in here.
We get Gary over
Gary's
here too.
Oh, there. Sorry, he's right there.
Anybody here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say hello. Say hello to the group.
I'm totally willing to drive up. I just hang out with these virtual people.
There you go.
You're all good. We're just gonna squeeze in, make some new friends. We'll be right here for just a little bit. So, all right. Do you want to yell at him? Do that? You already do the tour?
Yeah, we're just wrapping up our tour now. So I think we got most people gathered here, and if not, then they're gonna hear the commotion and make their way over. So Joe, the floor is yours.
Tell me when to hit it.
We're ready for you, Joe. Whenever you want to get things fired up.
Sounds great. Everybody, can we gather in just a little bit? We'll just get a quick preliminary remark or two. Come on in just a little bit, and there you go. Okay. Hey, for starters, let me just say thank you so much to all of you for coming. We really appreciate it. My name's Joe. I do marketing stuff here at Gramophone, and we know you have plenty of things you can do this evening that are not being here. So we really appreciate you coming and joining us.
5 degrees out. There's that.
So there's that. That's right. Just really quickly, 2 years ago, we were not an SVS dealer. Why did we become an SVS dealer? I think there's two reasons. And the second is because SVS offers such great value in the high end of the business, some of the most affordable high-end products that you're ever going to find. But I think the main reason was because SVS is so good at customer service. And because we're a customer service oriented organization, we really appreciate that. Any SVS fans here, by the way, you have not been to a Gramophone store as yet? Everybody here been in a Gramophone? No, several people who are SVS fans. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Gramophone for your first time. Third thing is we do have a financing offer this evening. If you are liking what you're hearing, we're actually offering a 48 months free financing. Now, there are some details and so forth, but just see one of the salespeople if you decide that tonight's the night you want to make that leap into your new home theater or your new pair of speakers. It's a great evening to do it. Fourth, we do have some giveaways, but remember that you've got to be here when the giveaway happens. So that'll be later this evening after the 3 presentations. And by the way, did everybody get one of these? There you go. Pretty much everybody's got one. You'll notice right on the back page, so this is the front page of what it looks like. Right on the back page, you've got a zone 1, zone 2, or in this case, zone 3, okay? There's enough people here tonight, and we're grateful again to you guys for coming to be with us, but there's enough people in here tonight where the only way it works is if we break into 3 groups. So this is group 1, group 2 is back in the corner, group 3 is directly across this way. So when we break after the remarks from the SVS folks, just make sure you go to this room, and then we'll be roughly broken up. And I think that's it from, one last thing. It does take an awful lot of work to put on these events. If you don't mind, there is a QR code here in the little leaflet. If you don't mind just going to Google and leaving us a positive review if you appreciate what we've done, we appreciate that very much. It'll help us out a ton. Now,
If you have a negative review, there's no QR.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's broken.
yeah. For the negative review QR code, see Gary. Let's just introduce a few luminaries. We're being filmed right now by Nick Brown, Vice President of Marketing at SVS. Where did Larry Magoo go?
I'm hiding back here behind Gary.
Larry Magoo, the training manager at SVS, is hiding back here behind Gary. Where's Ken Cadis, our sales manager and our main contact? Ken might already be at his room. And especially, of course, we'd like to welcome a guy I've known for probably close to 20 years now, the president of SVS, Mr. Gary Yakubian. Gary?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look at this group. I have to say, first I want to say a few words about Gramophone. I've known Joe 20 years. Joe's had different lives. I've known Lee Kirby Smith, who's back there somewhere, literally since the 80s, and he's still here. And I asked him, what's your end game? I think his end game is he wants to actually be buried behind one of the theater rooms. So this Gramophone is a company that I have really, I live in this area. I don't know if you knew that. I live in Frederick County, Maryland. Gramophone is a company I have admired literally since I graduated college. It's an amazing company. They've had the highest professional standards, the highest retail standards in our industry for an incredibly long time. When I come into this store, I feel like a kid in a candy shop. I want to buy stuff from you, Ed. I hope I can do that one of these days. So it's really an honor to be a part of the Gramophone family. We're thrilled with the partnership, and I really want to give a hand to Gramophone because they have made us and all of you feel so welcome. So first thing we need to do, I think Joe did his best and Larry did his best, but I think what we need to do here is I would like you to either look to your left or to your right and say hello to your neighbor, like they do in church. Hello. Are we all friends now?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I think most of the contagious diseases are gone during the summer, right? So now let's come closer so that everybody can get a great demo. We all know each other now, right? Come closer. I'll kind of lay out how we do this after our first demo, but I'm sure you're tired of hearing me talk already. And this evening is not particularly a celebration of SVS. If you leave loving SVS more, loving Gramophone more, that's great. But really what it's about is a celebration of great sound, the possibilities of having great sound in your living space, whether it's in a home theater or whether it's in a two-channel situation. We're going to paint a picture of how that's possible and how wonderful it is. And the best way to do that, I think, at least to begin the conversation, is with a demo. And we have some first ever demos today, right, Larry?
We're doing one new demo for us tonight and then some fun ones later.
But that's not this one. This one is one we always like to start with. Larry, you want to tee it off?
Yeah, let me move that so you guys can see that. So what we're running up here, we're going to show a demo for you all. We've got a surround sound system around you, and I'll introduce you to it here in a minute. But if you've followed us for long, you know that we do this demo at all of our shows. And the best way to describe this is if you could see what sound looked like, this is kind of what you'd experience. So, and then I need to get out of the way. All right, here we go.
You guys know this one well.
The film you're about to see has no characters. If you spare a little of your imagination, the film on matter. Everything owes its existence solely and completely to sound.
How was that?
Yes. Right.
Hearing some of you laugh in the back when that first bass note went off tells me that the bass was pretty good there too.
Tells me that you set it up. This is a difficult room to set things up in, so Larry did a good job. And if you did,
Gramophone and SVS.
if you did have a good experience, kudos to Larry, but also it's a statement because it's going to sound a lot better in your living room than it sounds in the store. This is one of the this is bringing me back a little bit to my retail days. A million years ago, I was in retail, and I think would you like to come make this presentation here? Phone's on silent. I didn't think I have to say that. It's like in the classical music concert. So
it reminded me a lot of my retail days and what I thought about in my retail days. And I see Tom, who I worked with a very million years ago in retail, and some others. Actually, the son of someone I worked with a long time ago is here working at Gramophone. Did you know that? But I was thinking what we would do in the store when we had downtime. Not that we ever had downtime in retail, but when we were in the store, we would be like, gee, what if this manufacturer had done it this way? What if they had done that? Maybe we would have been able to bring more people to the joys of great music if only they had done this, they had done this, they had done. It was my fantasy to bring the joys of great sound, the joys of enjoying content the way that the director intended or the producer intended, or especially the way the artist intended, to bring it to more people in more living spaces than was happening, say, 20 years ago. And that's really the SVS mission. We want to create or help you create, and this is not really, it doesn't have to be about SVS. We want you to have a place in your living space, regardless of what kind of living space it is. We want you to have a place where at the end of the day, when you've gone through whatever the travails of the day are for you, that you can go to this place and you can have an experience of content you love. And Nick and I will talk a little bit about the different kinds of content, because I think the audio world has sometimes drawn lines in the sand about what is fair content to listen to and what isn't, which we don't. But whatever your favorite content is, you have this place where you can go and you can have an experience such as Larry did for you, and we're going to do some other ones, and surrender yourself essentially to the experience. Surrender yourself, surrender your disbelief, and be transported and experience something the way the artist intended. Be there with the movie characters. You're doing a movie demo? No, you're doing a music demo next.
We're doing music next.
Be there with the musician, and this is actually a really cool demo we're going to do.
I'll get there. I just didn't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Or the way the director intended. That's really what we're all about. And a lot of what tonight is about, you know, irrespective of SVS or even Gramophone, don't hit me, but yeah, thank you, is how to make the joys of great sound in your living space possible in your life. And we like to do that with more and more people. We don't want it to be a hobby that's only for the very few. Okay, a little housekeeping about this event. This is the part of the event where you got to listen to me. This is the more formal part. We're going to make a formal presentation. We're going to talk about home theater in a second. And then Nick and I will talk about 2-channel after the next demo, or music only. We'll talk about anything you want to know. And then we'll break off in about half hour-ish or so into what we call experience zones. This experience zone will remain, but it'll be fewer people, and Larry will run home theater demos for you here. Ken will run, which room is Ken doing?
The Pinnacles.
So Ken will run, there's Ken, he's been hiding. This is what happens when we have an open bar at these events. Ken disappears. I don't know where he goes.
Never find him.
Ken will be doing demos of a higher end 2-channel system featuring our Ultra Evolution Pinnacle speakers, which several people told me they drove literally hours to hear for the first time. So I'm excited about that for them and for me. And then Nick, you're going to be doing a more affordable 2-channel system centered around our Ultra Evolution bookshelves and our Prime Wireless Pro Soundbase smart integrated amplifier.
And the new 5000 Revolution.
Oh, of course, and the new 5000 Revolution, SB-1000 Revolution subwoofer. So 3 different experience zones. They'll be doing demos at the same time, and so fewer of you can each be experiencing maybe a little bit better demo environment. And what will I be doing? I will try to look busy like I'm working, but I really won't be. But I'll be here to answer any questions you guys have. Some people were coming up to me earlier and apologizing for taking my time. 100% of the reason I'm here is to meet all of you, hear your thoughts. I want to hear your feedback about SVS and also about just what you think about this, what I think is an amazing, fun hobby. But Larry, maybe we should talk about the experience, and the prizes. Oops, I forgot. There are some prizes involved here. We want to do it?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of smaller prizes we're going to give away tonight. Let's tell you how we're going to do it. So you all got tickets when you came in, right? So that is your entry into the contest, to the giveaways. You must be here. we will collect back here after we do a bunch of demos, about 8 or 10 till 8 o'clock tonight. And we're going to draw for a couple of small prizes like accessories and stuff. And anybody that wins those, so you don't feel upset that you kind of got gypped on winning a cable, we'll go back into the hopper for the main prizes. And we're giving them.
We don't want to see a look of disappointment on someone's face because they won a prize. So on the smaller prizes, we'll put your name back in the drawing.
Yeah, so we've got a pair of our Prime Wireless Pro powered bookshelf speakers that someone's going to win tonight. Our 3000 micro subwoofer that someone's going to win tonight. And then a grand prize is a $10,000 home theater that is outfitted with SVS Ultra Evolution speakers and a 5.1 configuration. We'll talk about that in a minute too. So you'll get a pair of bookshelves, a center channel surround speakers, a subwoofer, and the cables to hook it up, along with a receiver. And I don't know which receiver it is, but it's going to be a really awesome receiver and a 4K television. So I hope you are not in a smart car if you won tonight, but someone's going to walk away with that. So don't lose your tickets, and you must be here to win. Okay, so
what he's saying is, if we draw your name, and we all agree on this, we draw your name, and you're not here, you don't win. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. All right, Larry, you want to walk through what we just?
The television is not here. We will deliver it to you.
Oh, a likely story.
yeah. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you for that clarification.
so we want to talk about the aspects of what a home theater is.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So how many of you enjoyed that first demo? Okay, so it's pretty cool, right? So what you were listening to there is what we call a Dolby Atmos theater. And that incorporates 7 speakers and 2 subwoofers. So we were doing what's called a 5.2.2 home theater. And to kind of break that down for you, we'll make sure you understand what that means. The first digit is how many surround speakers you have. And in this case, we are running, these are called the Ultra Evolution Titan Towers, which are the middle of our new line. They are what we're using for front, left, and right stereo. So that's essentially 1 and 2. And the purpose of stereo is whenever you're listening to music, to have left and right stereo pan. When you're watching a movie, to have things move from left to right, or to create that front stage for most of anything that's typically happening on the screen.
That's a great way to tee it up, actually. Basically, everything starts with stereo. Stereo creates this believable, what we call a sound stage, where everything, you can hear with your ears where everything is coming from, and it creates that sense of being there, whether it's music, movies, other content that we'll talk about, streaming TV. Everything else that got added on here is added to make this a total theater experience. So now Larry will.
So you have your front, left, and right stereo, which can be bookshelves, they can be towers, whatever you put in your environment. And then below the screen, this is the SVS Ultra Evolution Center Channel, which many of us feel is probably the most important speaker in the system because that's where all the dialogue is coming from. Whether you're watching news, a sporting event, a movie, all the small whispers to all the loud yells and everything in between, because we know all of you have been in a room where you're having to turn up the volume. You're like, oh, what was that? Or turn it back down because it got too loud and it's screaming at you. This is where a center channel comes into play. This is what we call a 3-way design center channel, which will handle lows, mids, and highs and create a wider stereos or a wider sound stage or imaging for you all, so you don't have to sit directly in front of it and you can be off to the side. Because if you've got a family, you might be sitting on a sectional couch. So this design allows the sound to spread more throughout the room. So you'll hear that with some of the other demos. The final demo we do as part of this in a little bit is fairly dialogue heavy, and everyone will be able to understand that. So that's your main stage. And what it does, it represents, kind of pulls the sound from right here on the screen to come throughout the rest of the room.
So if you were the only person in the room being dead center between the speakers, where is he? What do we call that? Sweet spot. He knew. Sweet spot. If you were the only one in the room, maybe you could make a case that the center channel is not totally necessary. But what about you? And you? And what about you? You're off to the side. You, without a center channel, would only hear the left speaker, and you, with no center channel, would only hear the right speaker. Since when characters speak on screen, you almost always see their face and see their lips move, the sound coming from that character makes it more convincing and believable. And it does that for, like that beautiful home theater you showed me. not everyone's sitting in the sweet spot. They're sitting all different parts of the room, and you want to have the sound appear exactly right. Yeah.
So we've got your main stage now. And then, so we got 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 are behind you on your left and right on stands. There are small Evolution Nano bookshelves, and they're, most of you are all too tall to see it, or there's somebody standing in front of you, but I promise you they're on the left and right sides of the room back there. And that's to bring in surround effects and music. And that can be like monsters coming from the back of the room, or music from the musical score, or explosions, or just something to create more of that immersive experience around you. And most of us grew up with what's called 5.1, where you had the 5 speakers around you. And then the 0.1 would have been a single subwoofer. Now we've moved into multiple subwoofer capabilities in your room, and we are running what's called 5.2 with 2 subwoofers. So there's one ported subwoofer right here in this side, and one right here behind Gary. And the reason we're using ported subwoofers is because we have this large open concept space, and a ported subwoofer just moves more air in this larger environment. So if you have an open concept living room or big open space, that's where a ported subwoofer comes into play. So we're running 5 surround sound speakers, the 2 subwoofers, which are bringing in and filling in all that low end energy. And hearing you all laugh in the back of the room earlier put a smile on my face, because that just tells us that the system was set up pretty well. So that's the base layer. And then if you look up above you on the sides, ignore the tape. We're just doing that for safety purposes. You don't have to do that in your rooms. These are what we call the Ultra Evolution Elevation, and that is a height effects or an object-based speaker. And the purpose of those is to fill in the gaps between the front and the rear sound, but also directors, musicians, music now can pinpoint where audio should go in a space. And by adding these object-based speakers up above you, they directly push sound into the environment. And we're going to do a demo in a minute that will be a multi-channel music experience, along with some more theater demos in a little bit too, that'll bring that all in. So we're running 5 surround sound speakers, 2 subwoofer channels, and 2 height effects channels. And you can go beyond that. But this is kind of where a good home theater would start with 5.2.2.
And I think the important point here is that every part of the theater has a purpose, and it's creating that sense of realism. And because home theater is a technology that's created to be enjoyed by more than one person, it's very different than the typical 2-channel system, which Nick and I are going to talk about. Home theater is an experience to be shared. It's something, I was looking at that theater and thinking about it that you showed me earlier. That's just, you want to invite your friends over and let them experience the joy of it too. I don't think you have that many people living in your house with that number of chairs, but it's part of the fun of a home theater, is to create that sense of convincing experience that can be shared by more than one person. So really, really cool. And it also, this is something, we're doing a demo of something that we have not done before. You guys are the first ones to experience it. We're going to do a demo of Dolby Atmos music. And the reason that I had this experience, I went to Dolby headquarters, which is in San Francisco, and they have this insane theater. I believe someone told me it was $100 million theater that we sat in and got this experience with just pretty much everything state of the art. And they wanted me to experience Dolby Atmos music along with some other folks that are involved in the audio world. And, you know, a lot of quote unquote audiophiles would say that multi-channel has no place with music. It's a movie technology. It's not something for music. Larry's going to make the point that it's I was actually, this doesn't happen to me that often anymore. I've been doing this quite a long time. My jaw dropped. And now if you come over to my house, and you're all welcome, it's about an hour's drive. You heard it. After party, I will make your jaw drop with this same demo. It blew my mind. I've done this for multiple friends now, and they're like, oh my gosh. So this is actually, I didn't even realize how old this is, which makes me feel old. This is Elton John, Rocket Man, goes all the way back to 1972, but they took this multi-channel recording and they repurposed it for Dolby Atmos. So this is really important to understand. When you start from the master, thank you, Larry. When you start from the master and you got 16 tracks to play with, you can create an experience that was not possible when it was created. Sometimes it enhances it. Sometimes it makes it maybe a little worse, in my opinion. But in this case, you be the judge. I'm in love with this demo. Oh,
We get some volume here. Oh, go back. If I could choose the right thing here. There we go. No? Sorry, the Apple remote's a little sensitive.
we knew when we were doing this was going to be.
There we go.
There was a little bit iffy.
Bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour.
All right, I know we're probably going to get a copyright strike with this real quick, so I'm going to address some of the questions I saw. We are doing giveaways for the YouTube and live stream crowd and Facebook. We're doing a pair of our Prime Bookshelf speakers and a SB-1000 Pro Subwoofer with a SoundPath Subwoofer Cable. Basically, we'll be giving away those in about 15-20 minutes when we're about to end the live stream and we break up our main presentation. So all you got to do is leave a comment to be eligible. One comment gets you one entry. You don't get a million entries for a million comments, but have those conversations. Leave multiple comments if you'd like, but we'll do those giveaways for the live stream audience. Announce the winners' names live on the air, and then we will ship out the units when Vince working behind the scenes will get your information. So there you go. Let's go take a trip to the moon. Feels like we're flying in a rocket. It's like we're flying in a rocket. Hopefully you feel like you're flying and you're not getting dizzy.
Cold as hell. And there's no one there to lay down. If you did, and all the signs I don't understand. It's just about young like day to me. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. it's gonna be a long time. And I think it's gonna be a
I can't get the rear of the speaker.
Yeah.
It's kind of a revelation, isn't it? It kind of shows me what's possible. It is actually possible to take today's technology and apply it to stuff that was made that long ago and make it better. It really gives me a lot of hope. This is the stuff I live for. So when I heard this demo, I was like, holy cow. And since that time, I've heard other things, which I don't want to like regale you with all the different possibilities. I've heard things that I never would have thought would be better in a multi-channel environment, but they totally were. So it just shows me yet again the possibilities of this stuff. And speaking of possibilities, Nick, isn't it our time to talk about this world of possibilities that we're now, as we redefine what an audiophile is and what it means to have music in your home in circa 2025. This is 2025, right?
That's right. Yeah, I think it's a good time. Maybe we can get some audience participation. You think so?
Yes.
Well, so
Although looking at this crowd, let's be careful. We don't want to.
I know. We'll tread lightly here.
Okay.
But a couple of years ago, we started talking about just the sort of audiophile culture and what it means to be an audiophile in sort of the traditional sense.
They were heckling. I'm the old guy in the company. Everybody else is well, not everybody, but most everybody's younger, and they're heckling me for being the classic audiophile. So what is a classic audiophile?
Yeah, so we're going to do a little bit of sort of
This is
either
the
or
old-fashioned version.
questioning the traditional
Yeah,
notion of an audiophile. Now, is this person generally young or in their golden age?
How dare you? I'm not in the.
They're a little bit older, I would say. Now,
Are they old or young?
old or young? Older person. All right. And is this person typically female or male? Male. Okay. All right. We got
This
this
is
narrowed down
Whoever
slightly.
said both is. I agree with you, but
We're getting
we're getting there.
That's right.
We're talking about the traditional.
We're painting a picture of the stereotype here.
We're painting a picture. That's right. Painting a picture of a stereotype.
So this older male, is he, scratching together some change and spending very little, or is he investing a lot in his system? All
In
right.
fact, he's not even an audiophile if he didn't invest a lot, right? That's the old definition.
That's right. Now, is this person encouraging everyone to come into the room, sit in the sweet spot, turn the dials?
When I'm out of town, go ahead and use this.
Yeah, go ahead, or are they very much sort of insular in their passion? They're enjoying it by themselves. And what's that?
Are you saying they're sitting, Nick? Are you saying they're sitting alone in the sweet spot where this gentleman is,
A bit antisocial.
being resented by everyone else who lives in that house?
So,
Is that possibly what it is?
and now before we continue, I do want to say, by no means are we denigrating people who want to sit by themselves and enjoy music.
Thank you.
You
Thank
know,
you.
classical music, even the Eagles, Hotel California. There is nothing that we have to judge about, that person. But what we want to come at it
When
from,
we do these audiophile shows. We just did one. We shouldn't even name which one it was, but it was almost like a mecca for socially awkward older men.
yeah,
It was really interesting.
yeah,
right?
they would have been happy if they were the only one at this show.
Yeah.
The fact that they had to share the rooms was definitely not ideal for them. But we coined this term the modern audiophile because we want it to be broader than that. Is there anyone here who plays video games? Is there anyone here who streams Netflix or other TV shows? Is there anyone here who listens
Is
to
there anyone
heavy
here
metal?
who doesn't stream Netflix? And
Yeah, I mean that's a better question.
Really? Wow. And you're in the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And
that's all right.
my joke is he got here at 8 a.m. and hasn't moved from this spot.
It doesn't have to be Netflix. It can be just streaming in general. Because
Yeah.
there's so much stuff out there now that's accessible.
So the whole
Like, we
point.
can't do that. This is an interesting point. I went onto Amazon looking for Blu-rays to be able to do this demo because luckily, Gramophone seems to have invested in their Wi-Fi. And so the guys felt confident that we could do this demo for you, but you cannot download tracks to your Apple TV and let them play in full-on Dolby Atmos. And that Elton John track is not available on Blu-ray. It just doesn't exist. So it has to stream. If you want to hear that, you have to stream it. It's interesting.
Yeah. So ultimately, what we're trying to say with this term "modern audiophile" is that this hobby,
You
this
think I got
passion,
off the track here a
a little bit there, but that's all right. I'm sure they're interested in Apple Music's
You're
Yeah.
implying they don't care.
We want people to not only embrace this hobby from all sorts of different content, whether you're into streaming TV, whether you're into video games, which provide an absolutely incredibly immersive experience, whether you're into heavy metal or streaming, the latest action blockbuster off Netflix, all of those can qualify you to be an audiophile. Now, on top of that, I think there's an element of being social that really we're trying to promote here just with this gathering alone. The fact that we've got everybody here together to kind of share in their passion, to me, shows that we're embracing this concept of the modern audiophile and making it something that not only should you enjoy the content, but you should share the hobby, share the passion.
I mean, what we are really hopeful about, and what our mission has been to make this hobby something that is appreciated by a very diverse group, diverse in terms of age, diverse in terms of gender, diverse in terms of wherever you come from, diverse in terms of, how much money you feel like you want to spend. At SVS, our mission, you'll have to be the judge, but I guarantee you what was between the lines and what Joe said about why they didn't carry us before, we were doing too much for not enough money, maybe, for what they were used to. And it's a little bit jarring. But our goal is to bring reference experiences to people that normally wouldn't have been able to have that in their house even 10 years ago. That's our goal.
And great sound is universal. So usually when people get a dose of what's possible from an SVS system or something else versus like a soundbar or a more entry-level TV speaker.
Yeah, this is a gateway drug. That we're introducing you to something here.
But that's part of the fun, in addition to actually tweaking with the technology and understanding what's best for your listening preferences. That's all part of the fun and the hobby that I think gets lost on a lot of people because it can be judgmental at times, whereas we're really trying to come at it from a sense of promoting it as a passionate hobby, something that you can embrace and enjoy with others.
If you want to know what Nick means by judgmental, go on to any audiophile Facebook group, or you have to even go to the forums, any audiophile Facebook group, and don't really read the post, because the post isn't the thing. It's the comments about the poor guy that posted, or lady that posted, that just, I'm like, this is vicious. I've never seen anything like this. It's way worse than politics today, and that's saying something. So we don't believe in that. We don't believe in drawing lines in the sand about what isn't an audiophile experience. Instead, for example, Netflix, most people enjoy Netflix with what? This. Meantime, Netflix, they have invested in state-of-the-art production values. I just watched, anybody seen this Department Q? I love it. I'm like totally addicted. Just finished it. Department Q is full-on Dolby Atmos, 4K, incredible immersive experience that's not being appreciated by many people in the way that it was intended. It's being watched on a phone. Not to say it isn't fun to watch it on a phone or have content like that available to you on your phone, but what if you could appreciate it almost as though it were in a theater? That is kind of the cool thing about bringing audiophile experiences to life in your home.
And this last home theater demonstration, I would say, is an excellent audiophile demonstration. And it has nothing to do with refinement necessarily, or like some of the terms that maybe an audiophile will throw out in a 2-channel system, but it is just a killer sound demo that makes you appreciate what's possible from Hollywood and from anyone who wants to appreciate great sound.
And Larry's going to prove this point, but I'm going to ask you this question. When you have experienced content like you have so far today, and hopefully in your own homes, or if not now, in the future, and what you're going to experience with this demo that Larry's going to do, the majority, 3/4 of the emotional involvement in this experience comes from what? The picture or the sound? I mean, I don't have to convince you, right? And Larry's going to prove that point yet again. And it should be sound that you can hear, that can tell you where things are coming from. It should be sound also that, our subwoofers, every SVS subwoofer at every price range delivers sound beneath the threshold of audibility. In other words, so low frequency that the human ear cannot hear it. Every single one of ours. Why would you want to have sound below what you can hear? Totally right.
Could you feel that bass earlier?
Yeah.
You'll feel this.
All right, Larry, prove that point again.
So you
Yeah,
have
do
an
it
idea-
in English. I don't think we want to do this
So
in
that-
Danish.
Just to kind of put out there what we were playing with the Elton John thing while I get to this, you've got to have a streaming service that offers Dolby Atmos music. And what we're using is an Apple TV 4K. So if you have an older Apple TV, you will not be able to access Dolby Atmos music. But there's services like Tidal and Amazon Music HD and Apple Music that offer Dolby Atmos. And you can go in, you can search spatial audio in Apple Music or search Dolby Atmos, and you can get that content. And there's quite a bit of stuff on there that's fun. And I think we need to get Rory back on the happy hour to talk about it again. So let me cue this up. So we're going to take you all into the world of Top Gun Maverick. And I'm going to start it, and then I got to start the scene over again just because of the way Blu-ray players work here with this audio system. But let me get there. We're going to take you all in here. We talked earlier about the importance of the center channel. You are going to get all of the dialogue, even in their flight masks. It will be totally intelligible throughout this entire room because of the capabilities of this center channel. So let me get this going, and we'll rock this place out. And you're going to get just blown away by some air.
That's
here.
good. Yeah.
Just a second.
Fan you off.
Here we go. Enemy territory up ahead. Feature ride 60 seconds. Command Chief Dagger 1. Picture.
Command Chief, picture clean. Decision is yours.
Copy. Dagger attack.
Tomahawk's airborne.
No turning back now. Daggers. Attack formation.
Got to get some good excursion from this.
Timer set. Proceeding to target. 2 minutes and 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Mark. 2 mark. 3 mark. 4 mark. Going in. First SAM site overhead.
Looks like we're clear on radar, Bass.
Let's not take it for granted. More SAMs! Break on high! We got 2 minutes to target. Copy. Or few seconds behind, Rooster. We gotta move.
30 seconds to Tomahawk impact on enemy airstrip.
Dagger, Command Chief, we're picking up 2 bandits. Single mark, 2 contacts.
Where the hell they come from? Long range patrol.
Command Chief, what's their heading?
Bullseye, 09050, tack southwest.
They're heading away from us. They don't know we're here. The second those Tomahawks hit the airbase, those bandits are gonna move to defend the target. We have to get there before they do. Increase speed.
Lost you, Nav. Don't wait for me.
Sir, Dagger 2 and 4 are behind schedule. Time to target 1 minute 20.
Tomahawk impact in 3, 2. Impact. Enemy runway is destroyed. They know we're coming now.
Bandits are switching course to defend the target.
Rooster, where are you?
Come on, Rooster. Bandits inbound. We gotta make up time now. 21.
Something is now.
Sir, bandits are 2 minutes from target. Dagger's now 1 minute from target.
Come on, Rooster. We're losing.
Guys, we're falling behind. We really gotta move. If we don't increase our speed right now, those bandits are gonna be waiting for us when we reach the target. Talk to me, Phil. Come on, kid, you can do it. Don't think. Just do it. Jesus, you still have that fast? That's it. That's it. All right, let's go. No, take it easy.
Sir, Dagger 2 is re-engaging.
All right, now hit your target and come home.
This is target. Articulator. Air bound check complete. Laser code verified. 1688. Laser is a go. What's this? Shit. Leader, you with me? Right behind you. Phoenix, stand by to pop up strike.
Dagger 3 in position.
3, 2, 1. Get the ice, you got target, Bob. Target 3. Stand by, man. Stand by. I've got it, Johnson. Okay, quiet. Bob's away. Let's go ahead fast. Check.
That's miracle number 1.
Target 2, steps. Boy, where's my laser? Somebody wanted his laser. Shit! Die! Oh, guys, we're out of time. Loser! Come on, bad boy, get over there! It's your time. I'm dropping lines. Oh, shit, I got this. Bombs away!
Miracle number 2. Now we're in coffin corner.
Out of this yet. Here it comes. Radio warning, smoking UFVs, break right.
Emergency test! Dagger 3 ready!
Explosion number 1. Everyone descending.
For dramatic effects. That's not where you want to be, right down there. So, how was that for everybody? Yeah,
So you guys have been really a fun group. I feel, this is kind of where I live. So it's very, very meaningful to me to do a presentation for you guys. Thanks for being so welcoming to us. And it's not over. We'll break off now into these experience zones. Larry's going to continue to do home theater demos, and there'll be fewer of you, so you'll be able to get a better demo, maybe more likely resemble what would be in your home. And then Nick is going to do demos in
The wireless 2 channels straight back. Yep.
wireless 2 channel featuring our Ultra Evolution bookshelf and SB-1000 Revolution totally new subwoofer. And Ken, who always is hiding, but he gives amazing demos. 2 channel of a very high-end system featuring our Ultra Evolution Pinnacle Towers. And I will stay and answer your question, and then we'll all regroup at about 5 or 10 of 8 and do the drawing for the grand prize. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, awesome. We're gonna do our Facebook thing.
Yeah, we got a couple of giveaways for our online crowd here before we break off into our system. So what do we got for our giveaways there, Larry?
We have 2 giveaways. The first one is a pair of Prime Bookshelf speakers, and this is going to Keelan Mills. So Keelan Mills, congratulations. You'll be reached out to by our social team. And I need to make sure I can pronounce this next one right. It's for an SB-1000 Pro with a
first name's
SoundPath
tricky.
Subwoofer Cable. Yeah, the first, Larry Agarinos. So congratulations to Larry Agarinos on SB-1000 Pro and a SoundPath Subwoofer Cable. So thank you guys. We'll see you on the next broadcast. And I'm going to hand this over to Nick.
All right. Well, real quick, I'm going to take us out here. Our next broadcast, I think we're doing a regular happy hour. Hey, there I am. A regular happy hour from our homes next week. That will be August 6th, I believe, on
be my new
Tuesday. So you can look out for the announcement for that. And then August 26th, we're going back to one of our other favorite retailers, Worldwide Stereo in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania. That's August 26th. It's a Tuesday from 6 to 8, same hours as this. We'll be doing another one of our Sound Revolution Experience events. You can find the information on Eventbrite or on our Facebook page. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Congrats to our winners. Lots of great comments and energy.
Go get to your room.
Yeah, happy listening. I got to go do some demos.